Hey guys, welcome back. Orbomb here, bringing you another episode of our PTCGO live content videos. Now today, we're playing a deck that you guys want to see for a long time. I know whenever the set was coming out, whenever we do our preset games and stuff like that, a month before the set releases, we played Venusaur, but a lot of you guys really want to see a Venusaur Celebi list, but I didn't want to make it a repeat of the last list I made, so we're going to be playing this list instead of completely defensively like we did the last time. We're going to be playing this one offensively instead. So before we get into the video, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, share, all that good jazz. And I want to talk about this atrocity. And I know I mentioned this, I'm pretty sure actually I mentioned this in a video that you guys won't see for a couple of weeks now. But you know how Venusaur has a tag team with Celebi, and then Charizard has a tag team with Reshiram? My boy Blastoise has nothing. Our boy Blastoise doesn't have it. It just has a regular GX, which is it's an okay GX. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty good GX card, but like it's just a straight up GX. Where's Blastoise's legendary friend? Where's my Blastoise Kyogre? Although like let's see, Venusaur got a mythical, and Charizard got like a box art legendary. So if Blastoise were to get one, I don't think it'd be a box art legendary. I would want it to be something else, like maybe a. So it's like it could be one of the trios. I guess it's still legendary. There's only legendaries and mythicals, right? There's not like another category of those kind of Pokemon. Well, I mean like Charizard or Blastoise Articuno, although they don't really share a typing. They're just both blue. I mean they share a typing in TCG, but so far that's not how it's worked. So like I don't know, Blastoise Manaphy. Just give him like the first one that's like Blastoise Kyogre Manaphy. How about that? But Blastoise Boss Up. He's got 2 cannons. He can have 2 partners. Anyways, we're playing Venusaur Celebi. I just thought about that like while I was eating food, and I was like, that's not fair. Like I don't like love any of these starters. I think Venusaur out of all 3 of them would probably be my favorite. But like even so, don't leave my Blastoise out of this. Anyways, answer the comment question today. Who do you think would be a cool tag team partner for Blastoise? Also, don't forget to drop a like. That like button misses you. And if you hit that like button, maybe one of your dreams will come true. The good ones, not the scary ones. Yeah, I'm talking about you guys. I know you guys have those terrifying dreams. Those won't come true. The good ones will. And hit that like button. And then also don't forget to check out our sponsors. Of course, Guardian Gaming. And of course, myself. I got a Patreon. Link is in the description. Hopefully this time. I forgot last time, but I put it in later. Today, it should be there, hopefully. Hopefully I'm not an idiot. Anyways, Venusaur Celebi, tanky 270, decent attacks, 50 damage to confuse, burn, and poison, so it does a lot of extra damage. So it does a minimum 80, and then your opponent's also confused, so there's a chance they won't be able to attack the following turn. There's Solar Beam for 150, and Evergreen GX, which does 180 and fully heal itself. And if you have an extra Grass Energy touch, you can shuffle in all your cards back into your deck. Pretty decent against Mill, but otherwise it's just kind of like an okay attack. We don't really care about shuffling our whole deck back into itself in almost every match I've played. It's all about just healing yourself so your opponent can't take a knockout. So pretty good card. We're playing 3 of those, but I wanted to play it a little bit more offensively this time. I know somebody in the Discord did suggest that I played offensively, which by the way, join the Discord. So we're playing a 2-2 line. I believe it was 4-4 at first, but then like after games went on, I found that I only really needed 1 on the bench, maybe 2 sometimes. So I brought it down to a 2-2 line to make the deck a little bit more consistent, with Fomantis and Lurantis to increase the damage output by a little bit. Obviously, being able to make this 80 damage into 100 damage can sometimes ramp up the 2-hit KO potential, especially if they stay burned and poisoned. So also Solar Beam becoming 170 means you can knock out Lele's, 190 means you knock out like things like Ultra Necro, and then Evergreen GX hitting 240 or 220 is pretty good as well. We're still playing Shamans because Shaman's just good. Being able to heal yourself is just strong in this deck when you're all about tanking. I was playing the pads, buff padding, I think is what that card is called. I think so. I just remember its Japanese name. Like I think it's buff padding, right? Yeah, buff padding. But because of all of the Absols in format, pretty much you're negating the buff padding because you increase your tree cost by 1. I took it out because it just never came into play. We're playing a little bit of speed, so 4 Acrobikes, 4 big Malasadas. Shout outs to the people in the channel that's been sticking around since I started TCG, since Sun and Moon first came out. You guys remember the big Malasada meme. Big Malasada, I want to play this over Potion because one, it's funnier, and two, it can also get rid of special conditions, which have proven to be annoying sometimes. So that's why I'm playing Big Malasada. 4 Judge Whistles, because I do sometimes want to spam Judge when I play this deck, just because like you're tanking the whole time, so it doesn't really matter. As long as you can disrupt your opponent a little bit, that's pretty nice. 4 Nest Balls and 4 Net Balls. Net Balls are kind of here for like extra grass energies, but a little bit of versatility because you can get a basic grass if you need to as well. 4 Stadiums. You want to win the Stadium War almost every time playing this deck, so 4 Stadiums, 3 Aethers, and 1 Life Forest to heal. So Aether Paradise is really, really annoying for a lot of opponents to deal with because like you have to hit 300, which is already kind of hard. 2 Acerolas, 4 Cynthias, I believe. 1 Gardenia. Gardenia has been like the clutch MVP card here and there. Just healing 80 can sometimes put your card completely out of range of being knocked out the following turn. So I like Gardenia a lot. 3 Guzmas because I don't want to be stuck in the active too often. Not to mention I am a little bit offensive this time, so I am going to be actually like hunting Pokemon down. 2 Guzma, 4 Lily, and then 4-7 energy split. 15 energies if you count the Nest Balls as energies as well, so that's pretty good. But that's gonna be the deck, guys. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a couple of games. I do apologize. I forgot that like I'm trying to get in the habit of well, hold on. We'll be back when we find a game. Hold on. All right, we're here. Okay. Anyways, I'm trying to get into the habit of like making the deck profile a lot shorter, because I know some of you guys prefer the deck profile to just be like bam, 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 let's go on. I prefer that too, honestly. It keeps the video shorter. I only have a little bit of time before class starts anyway, so I'm not going to be playing too much. This video will definitely not exceed an hour this time, hopefully, as long as the games actually are good. Also, I hear there's a lot of traffic going to school today, so I kind of want to leave a little bit early. But I really want to get in the habit of uploading more. I need to make money. I need money. I need that cash money because I am broke. So I gotta upload more. That aside, I just like uploading for you guys. This hand sucks. So I want to play 4 Celebi Venusaurs. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys though. I don't own 4 online. I only own 3. I don't really want to get the 4th one right now. So we're rocking with 3 right now. These why I want to play 4 so you lead with it more. But it's fine. No big deal. We're playing against Electric. Looks like a Turbo Pikarom. So how do we beat this? Not super sure. But we'll make it work. Hopefully we can top deck like Venusaur or one of our ways to get a Venusaur on the board. I just really want to get like, I just really want to start setting up a Venusaur because we have the energies in hand. I just want to start abusing it. I believe we get 1 mulligan, right? So hopefully that can be a Venusaur. Also, don't really like losing my full mantises because I don't play Stretcher. I don't want to play Stretcher either. I just find that like these are kind of like added buffs to the deck, but they don't really, they're not like the core part of the deck. The core part of the deck will still be Venusaur. So even if your like boost start getting knocked out, you can still win the game just by being a Venusaur deck. Well, there's a Cynthia top deck. Let's see, does this matter? No, we don't have any prisms. Not prism Pokemon at least. Oh, my fan's going crazy. That's kind of weird. I'm gonna start closing some applications. That might be the reason why. Oh yeah, my Chrome's open. Let's get rid of that. Chrome always eats up so much. Let's close out of Facebook and Twitter, and hopefully that helps with the fan. If you guys hear any background noise, I do apologize. It'll probably go away as the video goes on. No big deal there. Marshadow turn 1. This is not that bad as long as I can, you know, find some outs. I do play like 10 draw supporters as well as 4 Acrobikes, 4 Judges, and I really want Venusaur. So, and we got Venusaur. We actually got what I wanted out of this, so this is really good for us. An energy attachment, Venusaur. Let me start with Acrobike first. Another Venusaur. We're only gonna need 2 this game, so hopefully my other one's not prized. Even if it is prized, I can just kind of rock. I can just rock with a single Venusaur the majority of the game, anyways. Yeah, I'd rather have Judge's Whistle right now. I really want to find a turn 1 Lele if I can. And Big Malasada. Can we find anything? I mean, we're digging through the deck, which means it's helped for later. Okay, look at all of these cards for hunting, and nothing at the end of the day. Kind of sad, but it's fine. After all of that, we didn't really find anything, which is really upsetting, actually. But we did dig. We are 20 cards deep into our deck, and we already lost the majority of our item search. It's okay. As long as we have all of our draw supporters in the deck, we have a 1 in 4 chance of drawing out of this situation. While my opponent is also kind of stuck. So, yeah. Sorry about my throat, guys. I did just, you know. Oh, he's playing Zapdos. Zapdos shouldn't be a bad matchup if I can find my Aether. So that's pretty cool. And if he knocks out this, it's like whatever because I get to start attacking and I can heal. So this is actually like it's not the. I mean, we don't need the damage buffs. The damage buffs would be nice, but it's not super necessary. The only reason why it'd be nice is because we had both Fomantises down. Oh, there's the other Venusaur. Okay, I'm not gonna play it down yet though. I'm just gonna attack. The only reason why it'd be nice is because if I had both Lurantises down, it'd be easy to take Okos on these things with just the first attack. But it's easy enough to set up our Solar Beam to take Okos anyway, so it's not super necessary in this matchup. A cool thing about this deck though is, and I really wish I had Aether right now. What was I saying? Yeah, with Aether Paradise, like it reduces his damage, but more importantly, it reduces our damage to ourselves, which is really, really useful. I'm sure he's gonna find like an escape. Oh no, he probably has an escape rope in hand. I'm assuming he wants to use escape rope just to knock out our babies. Which if it gets to the point where he's taking 2 prizes, I'm probably only gonna use 2 Venusaurs this game. I don't know, maybe we'll see what happens. We have heal 40 right now though, which is good. But every draw is 1 draw closer. If he attacks me with this one again, I just get to knock it out while also healing a bunch, so that's pretty handy. I don't know if this is like Turbo ROM. I don't remember if I saw Energy Switch or not. I think I did, which tells me that it's probably Pika ROM, or Thunder Buddies, I should say. But he's not going to be able to attack this turn, which is really good. So we get a free prize here. And there's our Lily. I think I will just bench this right now, just to draw more. Besides, I want to attach a grass here. There's another Judge Whistle. I want to hold on to these Judge Whistles. I really want to use them just to spam Judge. I don't really want to do much else. I could Nest Ball here. I'm going to Nest Ball. Let me get a Fomantis down. Do we have Lurantis? We have 1 Lurantis in the deck. It's not too bad. I don't play Ultra Balls in this deck list because I'm usually drawing enough to where I can find the Lurantis. And even if I don't find the Lurantis, like I said, it's not the end of the world. So I'm not too worried about it. I just really want to have it down. Here, though, he can, like, with that Fomantis being benched, if he just knocks out 1 Venusaur, as well as these other 2 Pokemon, he can win the game. But that's pretty unlikely. I guess if he plays Thunder Buddies, he probably could do it. Like Coco GX could probably get away with it with a couple damage boost. So I really need to find Aether so it helps out a little bit. Plus, finding the Fomantis will help you deal with the Aether because even with Aether down, you should have a chance of finding some outs. But my opponent's having a pretty rough start here. They didn't march out of themselves turn 1, which was kind of crazy. I guess they wanted to disrupt me, but they ended up hurting themselves really badly. Which you shouldn't. I think if you're playing a Vulcan or Engine, you shouldn't march out of yourself to turn 1. Because Vulcan doesn't let you draw cards, it just lets you search for like a card, which is not enough early game. It's really not enough. You usually want to find like a bunch of cards early game. So, I would avoid playing early Marsh Shadow against, unless you have absolutely nothing in your hand. But like even so, like if you have, oh, there's the Pikarom. All right, Pikarom is a scary boy because he can take Okos. We don't have game yet unless he benches 1 other Pokemon. Although he's probably gonna get rid of this Coco Prism real quick, so I don't know. Regardless, if he can't switch his Jirachi, I'm just gonna knock out the Jirachi, which gets rid of his engine. And there's an easy dub. So much hard work was put into that game. Okay, I already clicked that. All right, moving on. So oh, they got Plasma Blast? Yo, it's time. It is time. I love the old packs on TCGO. I want to play Legacy again, man. I miss playing Legacy. Alright, let's get a game. We'll be back when we find one. I am sleepy. No, man. I'm also getting a headache from working so much. Is this available? What are you doing? Alright. We are back with a game. Fighting in Dark. It's probably Zoroark. Zoroark isn't too bad just because we reduce a lot of damage. This hand's pretty okay for not having a draw supporter. Like we kind of have the turn to attack and we're going first. I don't want to play down Aether yet because I just don't want him to get rid of it, but Like having Aether is pretty good too. We have both of these dudes down already. Let me just play this real quick. And Judge. I'm gonna grab Fomantis instead. Judge in the discard pile is good anyways, because that means that Judge's Whistle is now live. And yeah. Let's see. So how are we gonna beat this? We have to be careful not to overbench because Lycanroc's a thing. Grimer doesn't do any. I mean, Grimer does technically turn off Shamans, which is kind of annoying. But I just won't bench Shamans this game. I think we can get away with not having the Shamans down. Plus that means less benching just in general. And if we can take an Oko on this. Actually, we take an Oko on this already. Never mind. But if he doesn't switch, we're gonna knock this out next turn. I would really like to find a draw supporter though. We already have one in the discard pile, so that means that Judges are now live. So 4 Judge Whistles, 4 Cynthia, 4 Lily, and 1 Judge. So 4 8 total. That's 13 draw supporters in our deck, technically. Not to mention the chance of Acrobike finding it for us. So we have quite a few outs for next turn. Let's see what we can find right now. And Guzma, Netball. Do I want Guzma? Not really. I mean, I kind of rather have Guzma in the deck because Guzma can win me the game. And Netball is not... I mean, Netball gets me a grass later, which I kind of need the grasses, but I guess I can rock with just Confusion for a little bit. So yeah, we'll grab the Guzma, because the Guzmas are kind of valuable in this match, so I'm going to hold on to them for a little bit. And we'll just play Aether, and we'll just take our knockouts, and hopefully this can get us a draw supporter off the prizes maybe. I haven't searched my deck yet, which is the reason why I don't know what is and isn't prized, but it's fine. Acerola could come in handy if I get down a second Venusaur and attach a DC to it maybe. There's really the other reason why Netball could have been good. But the reason why I wanted the Netball there was so that like I could GX to heal myself, because like I'm gonna be able to tank a couple hits, but I'm not gonna win with this. But the burn Confusion, maybe I'll stop him from attacking me next turn. He has a pretty slow start. I mean, he's not that bad honestly, but we do get to, we're only taking 90 here at most, unless he finds Choice Band or can bump my Stadium and stuff like that. Regardless, we're probably going to be 3-8 KO'd this game, not 2-8 KO'd, so that's pretty good. I could always Guzma and knock out another Zorua, but like, damaging a Zoroark seems pretty good. Like, he's only hitting me for 70, it's not bad at all. There's another Grass, so it's actually going to come in pretty clutch later. I could Solar Beam, but right now I'm hitting him for 100, 100, right? 80, 100, yeah, 100 into a Solar Beam is a knockout. So I'm not going to attach if I don't need to. He needs to hit me for 200 next turn. I don't think that's possible. So I'm just gonna hit him here and just knock him out next turn. That should put me fairly ahead in this matchup. The only reason I'm just like super considering attaching a DC here just so I have that retreat option. And maybe I should have. Maybe it would have been safer. Ouch. I just hit my glasses. Ow. That hurt real bad. Excuse me. Oh man, this is awful. He got rid of an Ultra Ball, so I guess he just didn't have anything in his hand he wanted to discard. Then again, he would have had a 0-card hand, so maybe he has another Ultra Ball in hand. Regardless, with Muck being played down, he can't play down Lele, so that's pretty good for us. He can't play down Marshadow, which is pretty good for us. And we can't play down Shaman, which we can live with. And there's the Ace Roll. Okay, so he does play the Ace Roll. That's what I was kind of worried about, which is why I wanted to make that Guzma play. But it's fine. He doesn't. I'm sure that we're gonna be fine for the most part this game. I just really need to find another Venusaur so I can start attaching energies to it. That's the big thing right now, is just finding more Venusaurs. He's just gonna trade some more. Like we're having a really like both games so far. We haven't really found a draw supporter early, which is like so opposite of what happened to me in my last my stream, because we streamed this deck I believe 2 days ago. I was streaming this deck, just testing it out and stuff. And there's a draw supporter, but now I just don't want to play it. We are now in range, huh? I might have to GX, aren't I? Man, a GX would have been so good if I just had one more Lurantis down. Oh well. We'll Lily for 2. Another Guzma. I gotta keep the Guzmas. This is just really bad though. Alright, I doubt he has another Acerola in hand. So we can Guzma and take a knockout on this thing if we need to. But the early game Evergreen is not good by any means. But I know he has the tools that he needs to take a knockout on it. Hopefully he doesn't have another Acerola. That'd be really bad. I mean, he can't Lele for it if he does have it. So there's that benefit. We're definitely going to Guzma and take a knockout on the Zoroark though if we can. Assuming he can even do anything else besides attack. Bloomeria, I had to get rid of my DCE, but I have another one in hand. So the Guzma play is no longer an option, which sucks, but it's fine. He did get rid of a lot of cards to do that, though. I'm surprised. He could have benched that Ditto. I guess he can't use the Ditto's ability, never mind. Alright, cool, so we get the knockout here. I really need another Venusaur down. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. He shouldn't be able to take a knockout next turn. Yeah, maybe I should have attached that DC forever ago. These these lilies are proven not to be super useful right now. Usually this doesn't happen, but it's fine. We have Judge's Whistle, so we need to find Judge. We have Acrobike still. There's more DCs, more Netballs, but not the Cynthias. Where are my Cynthias, boy? Boy! I need my Cynthias. If he doesn't evolve this turn, he might just be stuck here. And yep, there we go. Well, I guess we did manage to like outstall the deck, so... Venusaur proving itself. Man, I'm really upset though. If I could have just got down both Lurantises, we could have taken an Oko with the GX attack. Oh, I've been so sick. It was so sick. Taking an Oko with the GX attack, he wouldn't have had no follow-up play, which wouldn't have had me worried. I might put the Sophocles back in here. I was playing Sophocles, but like I ended up wanting turn 1 Lele a lot in this deck, or turn 1 Lily a lot in this deck, which was really easy with 4, but like these past few games have proven otherwise. Especially after that first one made me upset, I'm not gonna lie. To dig like 20 cards into our deck and not find a single draw supporter when there's 12 in the deck is kind of ridiculous, but it's fine. I'm not too upset. It's not like we didn't win those games, we still won those games. Look, a draw support, turn 1. How hard was that? This opening hand's really good too. DC turn 1, we can get ourselves a Fomantis, and we can just play down the Aether and play Cynthia. So that's pretty good actually, that's really good. Oh, more electric, so it looks like this one's probably Zapdos. Which once again, easy matchup for us. I do want to get down the Lurantises down because I just want to take Okos with Pollen Hazard and cycle between 2 Venusaurs with Pollen Hazard. Because I'm always going to have to, just because of the way I play this deck, like I could try to avoid being GX, but Electro Power still exists and, oh, it's Pikachu Zekrom. Oh, change of plans, ladies and gentlemen, change of plans. Let's get down Fomantis. How many Lurantises are in the deck? We have them both. We only have one Celebi in the deck, but we have both of our Venusaurs. How many draw supports? That's the important part. Okay. We have 3 Lilies, 2 Judges, and 1 Cynthia. So we have a Lily prized, a Cynthia prized, and all of our Judges. How many Judges Whistles? We have 1 in hand, and how many Acrobikes? Let's take a look here. A Judge Whistle prize and all of our Acrobikes. Okay. Overall, not the worst, but definitely not the best. I guess I'll play this down now because Zapdos is always a thing. We'll just Cynthia here. This deck's not liking rocks, we could probably afford to bench a bunch of stuff. And we have a really good turn 2. I will play down one more Fomantis. I'm not going to play down Shaman yet, but having the Fomantis down could be good. I want to hold on to these as long as I can, though. We do get a turn 2 attack, which is good. But if I can get my Fomantis down, the math is pretty nice in this matchup, especially for, like, it's not against the Pikarom per se, but against things like the Zeraora and stuff. And we could Oko the what's it called? The Tapu Koko GX and stuff like that. Because we're eventually going to bump our own, and either he will bump it or we will eventually bump our own stadium with Life Force and stuff like that, which will put things in the immediate range too. So there's that, that's what I was worried about, which is why I played the Aether down. But we're going to play down Shaman probably. I'm just really afraid. I don't want to play down anything else. Except for another Pikarom, which is like the big scare. We have access to Gardenia if things get a little bit out of hand, which is good. let's see, we get some damage on this, which is incredibly big. I really like my hand. The only thing that'll make this better is Laurent. I guess I'll play the Acrobike. Whatever. We'll dig a little bit. Yeah, Guzo's kind of better, but I mean, having the DCE for next turn will be really strong to put on another Venusaur. We'll do that instead. And yep, Pollen Hazard. It's going to take reduced damage because of Aether, which is something to keep in mind, but he's still taking Burn and Poison, so he's still taking 50 in the end of the day, which now puts it in range of 2 Lurantises and a Solar Beam, or 1 Lurantis and a GX attack, so that's something to keep in mind. But yeah, even though we're like quote-unquote inconsistent, the deck has still been pretty consistent. Like, we've managed to pull off all the things we wanted to do, right? Which the main thing we want to do in this deck is just a turn 2 attack with Venusaur. In every game we've been able to do it. We haven't been able to set up our board completely, but this deck is less about board-centric setup and more about initializing pressure as soon as you can. Because if you're a big, fat, tanky Pokemon and you put in pressure early game, you're a really powerful deck. Sorry, I'm trying to like turn away from the mic every time. My opponent is just like, does not have anything right now. Against the green, I feel bad for you, bro. I'm sorry. We got a draw supporter, but I will get that Venusaur down while I can, actually, and just attach a DC to it. I really like the Gardenia, but I just want to continue. I want to try to get down some Lurantises, and I'm not gonna hit him with the big attack quite yet while I don't need to. I guess we can thin our hand with this. Shaman or Nest Ball. I do like the Shaman more. Not to mention, like, Nest Ball will just give me Shaman anyways. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and attack here. And he should be now in range of knockout. I think we can hit him for 150, and he's no longer burned. That kind of sucks. 150 minus 30 is 120, which is still knockout, right? Yeah, so we can talk him out now. Which would be a free 3 prizes. Either my opponent's here or they're not here. They gotta play, though. I'm gonna give him a sad face. To have that many cards in your hand and not play either tells me he's not here, or he just doesn't have anything. But he played early. He played turn 1. Maybe he's just thinking. I don't know. He was here, though. Like, it surprises me how often this happens to me, where my opponents are just like, oh, I'm gone. I wish I was on Are You Here button. There was no way that was enough. I don't know, man. I feel like, whatever, we're just going to take our knockout. Oh, yeah. Never mind. He was there. He just didn't have anything. He had to concede manually himself in order for that to happen. Dude, this sucks. I mean, like, yeah, it's kind of annoying. I need a game. So far, I'm just literally showcasing the deck as far as, like, how it can set up really early. But I'm not showcasing what I want to showcase. Alright, let's get one more game. This will probably be the game that everything goes wrong in, but it's fine, because we showed off 3 games where everything went right, so that's pretty cool. 4 games, I guess. Did I win? Did I win yesterday? I thought I only played 3 games. Maybe I played 4, I don't know. But look, there's so much yellow in the format. I know people in my comment section are just like, please play anything else but yellow. Anything else but yellow. Which is so funny to me. Imagine 3 months ago, bro. Nobody was even talking about electric 3 months ago. Pretty good opening hand. Like, kind of crazy. I wish I had a ball search card so I could just tell if I wanted to bench this Fomantis or not. We're going first, so I'm actually going to just bench this and this, just in case he judges me. I'm not going to bench the second one, though, just in case it's priced. I want to keep track. We're playing against Vikavolt. Is this Vikabulu or Vikaray? The return? This is a bad matchup if it's Vikaray. It's looking like it's Vikaray, boys and girls. This is a really bad matchup if it is Vikaray, though, I'm not going to lie. I'll play it anyways, I just want to draw a lot. We didn't really get much. But I don't really want to play anything, because there's no reason to. I already did everything I need to this turn. The only thing I could maybe try to find is Aether, but I'd rather not find Aether. Yeah, we'll just pass. I don't need Aether right now. Maybe later? After I take a knockout on this thing? Oh, now I could use Aether. So Vikavolt, what else he got? Does he have anything else in his hand? Or is he just going to attack me with Vikavolt? That's pretty lit. We have Shaman, we have Big Mally. which will heal 40. He's only doing 150. I shouldn't say only, because 150 is still a lot of damage. He can take a knockout next turn if we're not careful. But he should be out of range, right? If we heal 40, put him at 110, another 150 is only 260, so he'll be out of range at least. Let me just start with Acrobike. And do we have... I don't even have an attack for next turn. I'd rather use Acrobike though, because I really want to find DCE, maybe another Shaman, maybe a Stadium. It's a lot of cards I want to find here. There's DCE. So we can at least start attacking. A Lurantis would be pretty good. I'll hold on to this. Actually, I could have grabbed Shaman off that, but it's fine. Do that. You'll confuse and burn him. So once again, apparently all my opponents are having bad luck today or something, or they're just playing bad decks, one or the other. I mean, yeah, I'm just gonna do this. Oh, like a Fomantis or a Lurantis, I mean. No Lurantis yet, but we do have another big Mally, so choice bands shouldn't be as much of an issue. And yeah, just go ahead and Pollen Hazard. So just like that, we're out of range. If we need to next turn, we can GX if he does manage to get an attack here. But like, if he doesn't play down a Pokemon, he just loses, so there's that. Looks like all my bad luck for the past few days is just giving me good luck here. I don't want good luck here. I want good luck in my regular life. So he is playing a Lele down, so that's good. That's a target for us later. And here, I'm debating, if he attacks me this turn, I probably will GX, but if he doesn't attack me this turn, I'm attaching a DCE to my bench Venusaur. There's an Erica for 4, or 5 actually. It's not bad at all. So what kind of deck is he playing? There's Lysander Lab, so he doesn't play Choice Band. That's really good to know, actually. Is he just playing like a Vikavolt attacking deck? That's really interesting. Oh, there's an emergency alert. That was just a test, okay. It looks like he's going to attack this turn with... No, he's just setting up the this boy on the bench. Alright, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 120. If he puts... Let's just say worst case scenario, right? He puts down 2 more Vikavolts next turn, and a manual attachment, that's 5 more energies, so 8 plus... 8 plus 1. You know what? I'm not going to account for worst case scenario because it's super unlikely to happen anyways. I'm just going to attack. If he does take a knockout here, I don't know, I might regret it, but maybe I should. There needs to be 10 energies between the two of us. He would need 2 Vikavolts down. So unless that's exactly Rare Candy Vikavolt, Rare Candy Vikavolt, I don't think it's going to happen. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and he doesn't play Choice Band, so I just don't think it's gonna happen. Let me play Nest Ball just to get something. I could get down another Shaman. Let me get down another Shaman. We just heal a little bit more, just in case. All right, that should help. I'm just thinking like worst case scenario is probably not gonna happen, but we will take a prize here. All right, let's do it. I'm a little bit upset that we haven't found any Lurantises in this video, but you can tell how the math gets fixed. And they're usually we don't need to find them till late game. Actually, we did find them in that one game, so I guess we did kind of showcase it a little bit. Not to mention we could have not. Man, if we didn't lead Fomantis in the game versus Zoroark, we could have taken an Oko with the GX deck. That would have been wild. That would have been wild. All right, let's see what my opponent's doing. So he's gonna get Rare Candy and a manual attachment, which will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Still short, because that's only 180 damage. And he doesn't play Choice Band, so unless this man is gonna like play different Stadium Choice Band with those other 2 cards, with those 3 cards in his hand, I don't see a knockout happening. I'm pretty sure even with the Choice Band, he wouldn't take a knockout anyways. But here's a good time for me to do what Venusaur does best. I would have just sacked off something, honestly. I wouldn't have made this play that my opponent made. There's not really a point to it. I can just do this and take a knockout while also fully healing myself. That was just a pointless play. He should have just sacked off another Grubbin. I don't see how we can lose now. Yeah, there we go. Well, we kind of played against like a couple Pikarom decks, and and we played against a Zoroark deck. So I mean, we played against some of the top 5 decks in meta right now, so that's kind of cool. We didn't really get to showcase too much, but I'll take my wins, though, guys. I will take my W's, where I can get them. All right, this animation takes way too long. I'm not gonna lie. I have to get ready for school because I have to leave like now. So I'm just gonna you guys look at the deck one more time, and then I'm gonna head home or head to school. So that's pretty cool. Like I said, you could probably cut some cards for maybe like, I don't know, like Timer Ball. I don't think Ultra Ball is a card you play. Although you could play Ultra Ball, it's just like all these cards in this deck are really valuable. So I wouldn't play Ultra Ball to get the get this dude. But I don't know what I'd play though. Like Timer Ball, because they like get a couple flips in. I guess that's like the only thing I could think of. Other than that, like I like the list. Ever since I put in those acro bikes, which was actually like a change I made before we ended the stream the other day. Ever since we put in those acro bikes, the deck's been working a lot smoother. I took out a lot of the disruption cards. I figured disruption wasn't really necessary if you can just be like aggressive while also being defensive. This deck's worst matchup is probably disruption in its own right, because you do still need 2 attachments. So if they could technically get rid of an energy every turn, you could be in a really bad position. And what else is really bad? Obviously, Bucephalon's bad. You're weak to fire, so I mean, Bucephalon's an auto loss. You might as well just take it, right? Maybe you'll get lucky and you can fully set up a Venusaur, and while they're struggling to set up, and then knock out Bucephalon with some GX attacks, and maybe they can't find anything after that. I don't know. Dream scenarios, right? Regardless, I like Gardenia a lot in this list. We didn't really get to show it off. We didn't really show off a lot of this deck. This deck needs like a good like 2 hours of play before you show off all the aspects, because they're all really niche, but they all come into play at some point. Regardless though, I like this deck a lot. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, share, all that good jazz. Check out our sponsors. Check out the Patreon. Support me if you can, and I will see you guys next time with another video.